Hello, everybody. I'm Elwirfy and I'll kind of trying to give you guys some ideas on where to start your YouTube channel because I've noticed there's a good amount of comments that I get, or at least people's replies on some stuff, saying that they want to start a YouTube channel, but they're just not sure how to do it. And there's a lot of steps that actually go into making a YouTube channel, and I could show you the full process of making a YouTube channel if I wanted, but to tell you the truth, there's a lot of videos already out there doing that, just how to make a YouTube channel. But I want to kind of go into the more conceptual side of things because there's a lot of concern that maybe what you're picking or what you want to do, maybe you can't find a way to be unique and special or find a way to stand out from the crowd. And I'm telling you right off the bat, if it's your first time making YouTube videos, that's okay. Because your first couple videos or so are going to be pretty bad because you're not used to talking. You're not used to expressing yourself. You're not used to being in front of the camera, being able to maintain good eye contact and make sure that everybody is fully engaged. You may not even know what specific topic you're going after. There's just a lot of different things that could really make it difficult to make yourself feel like you know what you're doing or to present a confidence that people might be looking for on the internet as well. But there are some things you can do that I think are a little bit less stressful than immediately jumping into your first video. And it's something that I think you could use to kind of going forward, help maybe guide your channel or at least give you a sense of direction. And that's kind of what I'm hoping this video to be about. So, for example, content creation, where to start. So I made this document. Hopefully you guys can read it nicely. There's plenty of ideas you could have, right? We could do advice, help, or guide style videos. There's animation and art, beauty and fashion, cooking, drama, gaming, farming, music. I just go down the list, of all kinds of different things that are popular and that you could do about. But what's important to note is that whatever niche you end up picking, it's important to make sure that whatever you're doing, it's interesting to you, that is something that you're going to enjoy doing, that you like. Maybe like you're interested in talking about literature and you want to delve into the works of William Shakespeare, right? And you really want to get analytical, and maybe you're like, oh, that's pretty fun, but maybe I want to make some animations to go with whatever I'm talking about. That way people are maybe a little more invested. That's just one example. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm a music creator and, I really want to make music, but, oh man, the record labels are a bit hard to get in with right now, or, oh, I'm not popular enough, or I don't have enough money to do this. Well, YouTube's a great place where you can just post your music as long as it's original. YouTube shouldn't usually have a problem with the copyright stuff. You could be talking about drama like I've been doing recently, or you could talk about, or just play games. And gaming specifically is a whole different beast that I won't be talking about today. But there's a lot of choices. There's technology, maybe you're into science, self-help, giving just people advice based on your own life experiences. But I think what's important to note is that whatever idea or, niche you come up with, I think that it should very much so be related to you and your unique personality and your unique style. Like this video you're watching right now, for example, I like the style because I remember I was studying to be a teacher at one point. I like the style of presenting this as kind of like a lesson, right? Like we are just going through bullet points, essentially, talking about different things. So to me, I find that interesting, and I guess this video itself would be considered like an advice video or like a guide video, right? Is I guess maybe how you'd categorize it, or something to help you guys out. So that's one example of a method you could do. You could even do it like me. Hell, copy me. I don't care. YouTube's all about sharing ideas and growing and stuff. Like, if you guys like just looking at, this, hell, we could add some colors. We could spruce it up later. But for my first video of this, I thought it'd be interesting. And, you have an idea. You just pick an idea that you are really interested in, that you think you can make unique to you. Because let's be honest, guys, if you make a video and it feels like a cookie cutter or like you're just copying from someone else, well, why would someone want to watch your video if you're not putting your own style, even your own voice, your own face, just something to make it unique, right? You got to make it unique. Don't do an AI channel if you want to have a dedicated audience. AI channels exist for like single views and leaving. Maybe it's a money-making thing, I don't know. But I'm talking about like if you want your channel to be a community that you can be proud of, that you could like talk to people, you know what I mean? Like it's something fun, right? Like what YouTube's, in my opinion, is supposed to be about. And for making the channel, I think something that people don't talk about at all on YouTube, which I wanted to include in this particular video of talking about your niche, is we should look at colors. Really. Because there's a lot of different choices you could do. Like there's my channel. Mine's black and white. If you You can see I have my hoodie here. Oh, the green screen doesn't really like it that much. Here, I can stand up a bit. There's my hoodie here. We got the black and white theme going on. I like it. We also have blue and orange, yellow and purple, and red and green. Those are great color pairings based on the color wheel. We want like opposites on the color wheel. So blue and orange, they're opposites. Yellow and purple are opposites. Red and green are opposites. Why do you think Christmas colors are the way they are? Because red and green go really well together for our eyes. People are just really drawn to it. Now, what am I talking about when I say an accent color, though? Accent color would be if you want a third color. So a third color could really pretty much be whatever you want. I tend to think that if you're doing black and white like mine, any color works as an accent color if you'd like. And this will have more to do with designing your logo, but or like your branding and such. But 3 colors, I think, is the most you want. I don't think you should do more than 3 colors because then it gets a bit muddied, unless it's like a really highly detailed like thing. But I think firmly, especially as someone who's starting out, we should keep it simple. We should do a regular, simple-looking brand, logo, whatever. And speaking of logo, we got like, do you want it to be an animal? Like mine. Mine's a wolf, in honor of my dog who I had back when I was younger, because I don't know, I really loved my dog, and I just made it, and now and it became a wolf, and it transformed over the years, and it is the logo that it is now that you're seeing. It could be a symbol. It could be like maybe like a cool like squiggly line, or or some sort of like tetrahedron style of thing. Something interesting. I don't know. There's all kinds of symbols. You could pick whatever symbol you want to. And then it could just be a letter, if like some people have like the H3 podcast, for example, right? They just have letters as their kind of logo, and that's okay. Some people like having letters, and that's fine. Or it could be your own face. You could just put your face as the channel logo. Whatever it is, I think that you need to make sure that it suits the colors that you pick. So like black and white goes with everything. That's why I picked it, to be honest, guys, because you can never go wrong with black and white. But if you're doing something like maybe you want like a dog, well, do you want it to be a Christmas dog? Because that's what people think of if you go red and green. Versus do you want kind of a kind of more like flatter kind of style? I think blue and orange is great for that. And again, you don't need to follow these exact colors. You could do blue and green, and you can mix the colors however you want. But just make sure that when you're designing your branding, your logo, that you think, if I were to look at that, I would want to be able to clearly identify who it is, no matter what it is, right? Like when you guys look at my logo and my channel, I would hope you guys can tell that it's a video from me. Now obviously I'm kind of pigeonholed myself into a corner. Going back, I think I'd probably just put my face, because I personally want this channel to be about me and me talking to you guys and building that community and just having a good, repertoire with all of you. But it's my brand, it's my logo. I'm kind of stuck with what I have. So you guys don't have to make the same mistake. I personally think that if you want a personalized experience with your audience, doing your face is actually probably one of the strongest things you can do, because then you don't need to worry about these colors or whatever. And then your idea, right, as we did at the beginning, your niche will just be whatever you like. And I think that's a really strong way to actually do it. I think that's probably my number one recommendation. But if you don't want to put your face, say maybe you want a faceless channel, or God forbid an AI channel, pick a logo that you think would be suited to what you're talking about. Like if, for example, you're doing like a beauty channel, maybe do like a lipstick or a mascara or something for your symbol, right? If you're doing technology, maybe you get like an engine block or something. I don't know. I'm not a technology guy. Or gaming, obviously you can do a controller, but that's a bit overdone. Maybe a mouse and keyboard thing. That'd be cool. There's not many mouse logos, but that's something I don't really see. So that's a unique idea for you. Watch, now everyone's gonna have a bunch of mouse channels. It could be, science. Obviously, there's the microscope. Cooking. You could get like a fork or a spoon or chef hat, something, right? There's all kinds of symbols you could do that don't have to be your face, and then you would just pick what's good with that. Like for example, if I was doing a cooking one, you'd want to do red and green, because those are the ones that are appealing to the eye. Like red especially, it makes us feel hungry. Red and yellow would actually be a great combo for that, kind of like McDonald's, right? That's why they pick those colors. But ultimately, you want to make sure that whatever you do end up going with is that you're going to be happy with it, because let me tell you something, once you get into it, once you start building a following, you really cannot afford to change it. Like say one day I switch up my colors and I go like, yellow and purple, which those colors together are fine. There's actually nothing wrong with those colors. But they'd look at my channel and be like, well, am I watching the right channel? Is this really Elwirfy? Is this really him? there'd be concerns. People will get attached to your brand, your logo, and your style. And so make sure that you're incredibly happy with whatever you're going to do. Now, in the beginning, if you start making it and you want to change stuff up, go ahead. I'm talking about once you have an established audience. At that point, then you want to kind of stick with what you got. But in the beginning, like if you're just starting out, play around with all kinds of cool designs. Just try stuff out. Tell your friends, hey, can you check out my channel? What do you think? Would you watch this? Does this look like something that'd be interesting to you? Give your honest, give it your honest try and let them give honest feedback back to you and be all right with it. And remember, and this is why the tagline here is at the bottom, simple is better. Don't do some crazy, like, overblown thing. Make it simple, because when people look at your logo, it needs to be clear and easy to understand. Like, again, I'll show it for you. My logo is just a wolf in a circle. That's it. That's all it is. It's not hard. It's not complicated. It's just a wolf in a circle. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not fancy by any means, but it's clean, and it's done to look nice and look professional, and it's supposed to be that way. So, I think that you guys can do all kinds of great stuff. And I know you guys are really creative, and you guys are just pining for what to do. And if you have any more concerns or more questions, I'll answer them in the comments. This is a whole interesting concept that nobody really wants to talk about. Everyone's like, oh, do you just make a YouTube channel and you start making videos? But, like, how do you do it? And that's kind of what I want to explore. So for this first video, I think it's important. Don't even worry about making videos right now. Just worry about how are we going to set up our channel for success? How do we want to make ourselves a successful channel? So to do that, I really think you need to pick an idea of what kind of content you want to make that you can make unique to yourself, and then make a logo and branding around that idea. Something that, like, if I was doing, like, an animation art one, what kind of colors do you think would be cool for that? Do I have a style of animation that maybe, like, would work well? Like, there's so many choices and so many options. These are just some ideas I have for brainstorming. Obviously, you guys can come up with your own. I encourage you to come up with your own, actually. That'd be awesome. And if you guys make your own channels, I'd love to check them out. And I'm happy to give feedback as to if, without even making content, like, you could have no videos on the channel. You can just show me branding stuff, and I can tell you if I think it's simple enough, complicated enough, if that's something you're into. So I think there's a lot of potential here. I hope you guys like this style of content, and I really do think that there's a lot of stuff that we can do together as a small content creator community. And as always, guys, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'm Elwirfy, and I will definitely see you all next time. Take care, everyone.